Welcome to another video. I'm Mark Phillips. If you're new here, on this channel we talk about business and lifestyle design from the inside out, a lot of law of attraction, business strategies, tactics, and manifestation. So if you're into that, consider subscribing for more videos like this. I'm really excited to share this idea with you. This is something that has been on my mind recently, and I think it's kind of at the core of the human experience and having better experience in life and in business. And that is what I call the greatest freedom in the world. And what that is freedom from what other people think about us, right? We're social creatures, human beings. We are concerned about what other people think. We want to fit in. We want to be part of the collective, right? One of the worst punishments historically and even in present day has been to, ostracize people from the group, remove them from society. I mean, that was like worse than death, right? And there's a lot of things worse than death, but that was one of them. I mean, when you're cut off from the group, you don't have that support structure. You don't have the ability to connect with each other, to talk and share. I mean, how awesome it is to be in connection with other people. Other people help reflect ourselves back at us so we can actually change and transform ourselves. We bounce ideas off them. We share laughter with them. I mean, there's so much positive benefits from being connected with other people and being in a group with other people and the human race as a whole. So it's really, really important that we fit in. That kind of makes it challenging sometimes when we want to express ourselves and create the things that want to come through us, whether that's business things, products, services, experiences for other people, whether that's personal art or architecture or, sharing your message with the world. I like to call it like sharing your music, right? Singing your tune, doing your thing, tweeting your tweet, right? Whatever that is that wants to come through you, we sometimes filter ourselves and censor ourselves because we are afraid that it might not be well received, or we're afraid of how we'll be perceived by other people. Friends, family members, just people in general, right? And that's a real problem because we came here to create and we came here to express ourselves and enjoy that process of turning thoughts to things, being conscious creators. And so it's really, really important that we do that. That's what makes life really fun, right? When we're creating, I really believe is when we're the happiest. And so I put together a list of 3 ways that you can express yourself without worrying about what other people think. And by the way, I get a lot of this core idea from Abraham Hicks' famous quote that, the greatest freedom in the world is freedom from what other people think. And that's why I wanted to share this video with you now. But I want to share 3 ways that I do this because I'm in the same boat, right? I'm constantly thinking about what are people going to think about this? What are people going to think about me if I do this, if I do that, so on and so forth. And maybe you've experienced that yourself. So I want to share 3 ideas that I do, including one of my favorite newest idea, which is a symbol of this idea of, having a thick skin, not worrying about what other people think, staying in your own lane, doing that kind of thing. And to that point, the symbol that I created is what I like to call a cosmic rhino. And this is just a little ceramic figure that I painted up. He's a little baby rhinoceros, and I painted him up to look like, a cosmic spiritual rhino. Because that reminds me, this symbol kind of embodies a lot of things going on here. One, rhinoceroses have a really thick skin. They're like a tough-hided animal. Not a lot gets to them, right? That's one of the reasons why I liked this symbol. The other reason, I blended in our spiritual aspect, right? We're spiritual beings having the human experience, like Wayne Dyer talked about, which is the foundation of a lot of the stuff that I talk about on this channel. And as spiritual beings, we can't be hurt by anything in the material, physical world, right? We're infinite beings, where we always will be, we'll always exist. And so to a spiritual being, what really harm is it and what really danger is it if someone thinks not so great of us or if someone judges us? Is that really going to affect an infinite spiritual being with a super thick skin in the grand scheme of things? Not really, right? I mean, we still want to be well received, we still want to be liked, but there's a way to do it and share ourselves and express ourselves And we don't have to be jerks about it, right? But we can express ourselves and do what we came here to do in the world. And so this symbol, for me, it usually sits right up there on the shelf if you watch some other videos, but it reminds me that I'm a spiritual being and that I need to have a thick skin in order to create the things that I want to create in the world, right? Whether they're business things, courses, books, pieces of art, messages, audio things. I mean, this is a constant theme in my own experience for sure, because, I do care what other people think, and I do want to, be well received and be liked and all that, like we all do. And so that's what I created. This cosmic rhino reminds me of the fact that I'm a spiritual being having a human experience, and I came here to create, and it gives me a lot of it puts me back on the path, right? So the first idea that I want to share with you is create a symbol for yourself, whatever that may be, right? Maybe you want to add some spiritual dimension or element to it, maybe not. Maybe that resonates, maybe not. But anyway, create a symbol of the fact that, you came here to create, and something that empowers you, right? When you look at it, keep it on your desk. Maybe it could even be a picture, right? It can even be a collage, a miniature collage, or even one photo that reminds you of the fact that you're a spiritual being having a human experience, you're a cosmic creator, and you use that to remind yourself of that. So that's the first idea. The second idea is, and I don't mean to get a little weird here, but I'm going to, because I think this is so important that we have to bring the big guns when we're talking about this, and that is something that I get from a yogi, and I can't remember which one, maybe Vivekananda, maybe, I can't remember which one, regardless. They said this, maybe it was even the Buddha, this body will be a corpse, like you and I will cease to exist in the physical form at some point in time. And because of that, we got to do what we came here to do and not make haste about it, right? We got to get it done, because when I think about that, this body will be a corpse, it makes me get into action in a serious way. Because no one wants to be on their deathbed regretting the things they didn't create, regretting the things they didn't share with the world, regretting the things they didn't express out. I certainly don't want to, and I have a feeling that you probably don't want that either. Dying with regret, from my understanding, is not a pleasant experience to be. So that's the second idea. Do the thing now while you're alive so you can have a peaceful death. I talked about this in a prior video, one of Leonardo da Vinci's famous quotes, right? Just as a productive and well-spent day brings happy sleep, happy rest, a productive, well-spent life brings happy and peaceful death, right? You did the things you came here to do. You left it all on the playing field, so to speak, and you shared your genius, you shared your joy, and you created what you wanted to create. So that's the second idea, is realize that life is finite, and if we don't get the things done right now that we want to do, don't put off till tomorrow the most important things that you want to do, and make it happen. That's the second idea I want to share with you. The third, and this is huge as well in my own experience, the third way to be a creator and create the things you want to create in the world and experience that greatest freedom from what other people think is realize this. Ultimately, they have their own things going on. They don't think about us, right? They got their own worries. They got their own dreams. They got their own things that they want to create in the world. I mean, this is like the common thing. You've heard this before, right? We worry about what other people think about us, but at the end of the day, they're not really thinking about us. They're thinking about themselves, right? We're kind of all self-centered beings, which is fine, right? That's how it is. So when we worry too much about what other people think, just realize that they're not really thinking about us. They're thinking about themselves, right? They're thinking about their goals, their dreams, the things that want to come through them, right? They're anxious about how their products and services and the way they express themselves is going to be received in the world, just like we are. So those three things I hope are going to be helpful to you and help you experience the greatest freedom in the world, which is freedom from what other people think. And the reason we want to do that is so we can express ourselves in ways that make us really happy. So we leave all of our creations here in the physical world. We came here to play in this playground, turn thoughts to things, get our hands in the clay and do that fun work of creating things, because we're creators. So that's the episode of the video here. I hope it's been helpful to you. If it has, please leave a comment below. Let me know what you think, or a thumbs up. That's super awesome too. That helps me out. And before we wrap up, I want to invite you, if you haven't already downloaded Tools for Conscious Creators, I want to invite you to do that. You can access those tools when you sign up to my email list at gmarkphillips.com. And those are tools that I use, like this tool, they're similar to this, to get me into action, get me into momentum, help me overcome the inertia, the fear, doubt, anxiety that I have whenever I experience, wanting to create something or even not knowing what to create. There's a whole bunch of different tools in there. I've also included some tools from other people like Stephen Pressfield's The Artist's Life, Seth Godin, Pick Yourself, and some other tools that are helpful to you on your journey. So it's kind of a little collection or package that maybe different tools work for you at different times. But again, you can pick that up at gmarkphillips.com when you sign up for my email list. And every week I will send you an email with what I'm doing, what I'm up to, things I'm learning, things I'm experiencing that I think will be helpful to you on your journey, right? I'm always looking for new ways to be a better creator, overcome the self-imposed limitations, belief limitations, etc. And so when I find cool things that work for me, I share them with you in that newsletter. It comes out every Friday morning, and I really love that. So go check it out if that's something you're interested in. Again, thanks for watching. Until next time, all the best, health, wealth, and success. Bye-bye.